So, what is something we can do right now as people to make the world a better place? That was the question that someone asked in another group that I'm in, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is such an amazing question." So, thank you, whoever you are, for asking that question. I knew my response would be so long, so I put a little snippet on there, but I decided to take my time and to actually do a video because when I was reading through the different comments that people made, I thought it was so interesting because it allowed me to see right away some of the very things that I feel like we that's a reflection of ourselves, a reflection of what we've needed. Why? Because okay, it took me back to this. It took me back to childhood. So I don't know if you guys have watched this movie, let me know in the comments below. But I love this movie called Miss Congeniality. That was a movie I watched when I was younger, and with that movie, during one of the scenes in the movie, they asked the girl in the pageant, they asked her a question, and she said that what was something she wanted or whatever. She said like she wanted world peace, right? And so as a kid, I was like, oh, yeah, world peace. And I just remember I saw how people responded to that. And for some reason, I really connected with those words, not even knowing what, thinking really hard about world peace being so young. And as I got older, that was something that stuck with me. So this reminded me of just being a child and wanting world peace. Okay, it took me back to childhood. Now I say all that to say that one of the things that I've learned on this journey and also just in my life in general is that when we decide that we want to figure out something right now we can do to make the world a better place, it's not really the world we're trying to make, you know what I'm saying, a better place. We're trying to make a better place within us. So to me, it's like a reflection question. It's like, how are you going to make your inner world a better place? Because one thing I realize is that once we start making our inner world a better place, everything outside of us, it has to align with that. So it was just, I was like, you know what, this is a really good question. I love this question. It tells us what our desires are. So if some people say, you know what, what's something I can do? I can share love and I can listen to people and I can do this. You know, some of the very things you notice in life that you want to give are some of the very things that you didn't receive. For a lot of us, maybe not everyone, but mostly everyone I've done, and I've coached and mentored way over hundreds of people, and so thousands of people. So I'm just like, that's something that comes up quite often. The very things that we want to give to others is the very thing that we would like given to us. So making the world a better place, it starts from the man in the mirror. Do we not remember that? Do we not remember what MJ said? Do we not remember? It starts with the man in the mirror. It starts with us from within. When we make our inner world, because that's really all that matters. I talked about duality and polarity. I talked about yin and yang energy. I talked about how, you know, it has to exist. So just like how quote unquote good exists, bad exists. But even though we understand later on down the road on our journey that there's no such thing as good and bad we're at that point. You know, some of us, we aren't there yet. But as you start learning and you start growing, you start realizing that really what matters is your inner world. Really what matters is your inner thoughts. Really what matters is what you say to yourself, how you respond to yourself, and then outside of yourself, what are you allowing other people to identify you as? What are you allowing other people to plant seeds in your mind? What are you just allowing, okay? Once you take care of your inner world, your outer world has peace. Once you have peace within, your outer world, it looks like peace, real peace. I'm not talking about that peace that's like, all right, look, I got peace for 5 seconds and then it's like something else blows off and I'm back to square one. No, it's knowing and believing that you are peace in general. You just are. And now you're just remembering how to be peace, because before peace was created, there was something else on the opposite there too, in order for you to know the difference. So we have to have both of them. Why? Because as we go through life, we experience different things, and through each experience we grow and we evolve. And so how would earth and everything else that ever existed evolve if everything was just peace, if everything was just oneness? That's why earth is so special, because other places out there might be places where it might be that way. And so then you come to earth to evolve, because you know that it has polarity, you know that it has this energy of both things, and gives you a choice on what to choose, what to do, and how to do it, and how to express it outside of yourself. I know that was a lot. So if you've been feeling like you need inner peace, if you've been feeling like, look, I've been feeling overwhelmed, I'm unsure of what steps to take, I don't even know. And especially for those that have ADHD, oh my gosh, and you've been feeling like you've been having a scattered brain for such a long period of time, having a hard time focusing. I'm telling you guys, like, I definitely can relate. I've been that person. Picture all the sticky notes everywhere, a messy desk, notebook after notebook, can't really find anything, coming up with idea after idea. You know you're brilliant. You know what you have on the inside of you already, but you're not really sure how to get it from paper out into the world, what action to take, what steps to take. So, guys, I want to invite you to a masterclass. And no, this is not a free webinar that's going to waste your time for 2 hours. It's going to let you know right now that you already have the answers, number one. So you're not coming to me to get an answer. You're coming to me for confirmation and also for guidance and steps for the answer that you already have. You have the result you want. Now I'm just going to be the one to guide you to get there. So guys, if you're ready and you want to join my masterclass, how to work with ADHD, your ADHD superpower, how to work with that, how to create things, how to get from just ideas on paper, writing them down, and even some of us, we go fully and we do videos and do different things like that, but then we never get to post it. We create the book, but we never get to publish it. You know what I mean? Like, we do all these things and take all these steps and get further and further, and then something else distracts us and takes us off balance. And I've definitely been there almost my entire life until I learned these 3 key things that I want to go over to you in my masterclass. So if that's you, I definitely want you to put return to self down below, because that's actually a little hint to what I'm going to be talking about. So put return to self in the comments below, you guys. And if there's a childhood memory that you remember, something that sparked you to either want world peace or want something better in the world, I want you to comment below. Even if it's the Michael Jackson Man in the Mirror that got you there, or his Earth song, whatever it might be. Leave a comment below and let me know, because I just love that type of stuff. And thank you again for whoever asked that question, because that was such an amazing question to ask. I love you guys. Remember, I'm Eswa Unlimited, and I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Eswa Unlimited, you guys. I am a spiritual coach, a life coach, a mentor. The thing I love to do is to ignite the power that is within others, to have people return to themselves and know that they have all the answers. And I can also show you how to get those answers from within, not from anyone else outside of you, but from within. But I'm just here as a guide. I'm just here to assist you on your journey, the journey that you chose to have. And let's get into it, guys. I'll be seeing you in that masterclass. All right. Leave a comment below and I'll make sure that I inbox you more information. Remember, you are magic. So today, be magical, spread love, and share your freaking story. Get it off the paper. Okay. Get it off your phone and get it out there. All right. Peace.